You have been indicted for the second-degree felony of fraud using apparently fraudulently using identifying information of an elderly individual, namely credit cards, debit card, Social Security, driver's license, without the consent of the elderly.
Right out the gate, we are looking at fraud involving an elderly victim, one of the most aggravating factors in court. Why? Because the law sees exploiting vulnerable populations as a serious betrayal of trust. And when you stack identity theft on top, that's not just a felony, it's a legal landmine.
Person. So if convicted, you are looking at no less than 2 nor more than 20 years confinement in prison and a fine up to $10,000. You understand what you're charged with and the punishment range applicable if convicted. Yes, sir. It doesn't stop there. I'm looking at page 2 of the indictment.
Here comes the part where everything changes. Judges do not just see you, they see your record. And when that record includes burglary, sexual assault, and aggravated robbery, the courtroom air gets heavy, really heavy.
People in criminal law are punished based upon the circumstances of the crime and criminal history. You've got a rich criminal history. I'm looking at a burglary of a motor vehicle conviction. You're going to interrupt me? Well, let me speak, and then you can talk. This states that on paragraph 2 of the indictment that you were convicted in 1990 in this court, and I was just a youngster, I guess, of burglary of a motor vehicle. Thereafter, that was fine. Well, the next paragraph, paragraph 3 states that you were on January 24th, 1991 in this court, cause number 55194. It says you were convicted of sexual assault, a second-degree felony. After those prior convictions were finalized, paragraph 4 goes on to state that you committed the offense of aggravated robbery, a first-degree felony, and you were convicted of that.
Oh, this isn't it, just a repeat offender. This is someone now classified as a habitual felony defendant. Legally, that means no more slap on the wrist, it's 25 to life. Think about that. One more bad decision, and the court locks the door, ... forever. Fair or too far? Drop your thoughts below.
And in 2004 in the 252nd Judicial District Court next door. What this means and how this affects you is if all of this was true,
This is where we see the human side: unemployment, survival, dependence on family. But here's the courtroom dilemma. Is desperation an excuse or a warning sign?
Deemed to be an habitual felony defendant, which means you are looking at the punishment range now for you is not less than 25 years in prison. That's the minimum, up to life in prison. Do you understand what you're facing? Okay. Well, Mr. Dusler here is representing you. Are you employed somewhere?
No, sir. I was at Jack in the Bus, but they never did call me.
I can't hear you, sir.
I said I was at Jack in the Bus, but they never did call me.
When was the last time you were employed?
Was it great?
Why? Why aren't you working somewhere? Is it because of your criminal history?
Yes.
But okay, so how do you exist? I mean, you got to eat and sleep and things like that. How do you pay for?
It's hard out here.
Sir?
It's hard out here. It's hard out here.
Yes, sir. Well, I can imagine it is. But how do you do it if you've got zero income? I don't understand. How can you do that?
It's going to sound that no dash kind of small.
Where do you live? This says 5695 Sunbird Lane. Is that a home? A house?
Yes,
with your mother?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a vehicle? No. How do you get around? Your mom drives you? Okay, food. Who buys that for you? Your mom?
Yeah, I get a welfare $291 a month or so.
Well,
but these charges I have against me right now in front of you, I took a purse Radio.
That's, hold on.
Okay, but
Yeah, we don't want to.
well,
There's the prosecutor. You start volunteering anything, he can use it to help his case. So talk to him. There's your confidence man right there, your attorney. But a case gets investigated by the police, then it goes to the district attorney's office. They review it. If they accept it and feel like it's worthy of moving forward, if it's a felony, it goes in front of the grand jury.
And just like that, we shift from punishment to prevention. The judge is not just dropping the gavel, he's handing out life advice. This part, it's more father figure than courtroom official. And honestly, it hits hard.
The grand jury makes the decision. So don't be blaming him. It's gone through 3 sets of reviews, and here it is. Now it's in my court. So what we do is 2 options. You will try the case in front of a jury, or it gets disposed of in a way without a jury. Most cases are that way anyway, by agreed dispositions. Here, once again, if the problem you have is any crime that's a felony above a state jail felony that you commit, you're looking at the rest of your life, no less than 25 years up to life in prison. But there's a way to avoid all of that. Is don't get in trouble, make the right choices. Also, when was the last time you said you had an income, though? I mean, people are here in front of, I've got thousands of people. I've got 2,500 defendants at any given time here. And some of them are just like you, sir. But they're working. They're working. Very few are. Hold on, you get a chance to speak. When we both speak over each other, the court reporter can't take both people speaking. And the Supreme Court has said if the court reporter is interrupted, somebody gets in trouble. It's not going to be me. Now, so, because I'm not going to speak over.
Let's pause here. Everything we have seen, fraud, priors, courtroom tension, it all boils down to one brutal reality. From now on, any third-degree felony can cost him his life. Literally, that's the razor-thin line he's standing on. Would you walk it?
But those are the rules. And it's a rhetorical question. Just people are here and they're working in spite of the criminal history. They find work. You got to find work. It's to make yourself independent, not live off